What's going on, legends? Welcome to my guide on how to solo the ASD facility. I like to go in with heavy armor. I combined the Valor HCH helmet, the ADP core, ADP arms, and ADP legs, alongside one of my favorite guns, the P4AR. I do have a upgraded version, but I have done this many times without it. I recommend that you bring in at least 150 of your favorite ammo. Typically, by the time I'm done with my mission, I am down to about 50 mags, but I like to have a little spare just to be safe. I also go in with the salvage rifle, the paramedic device, and two of the name will pop up, the Pyro multi-tools. One that has the tractor beam and one that has a mining head tool. You should also bring in some drinks just in case your hydration or vitamins gets low, and then as well as a ASD access card if you have one. Now, in the past, the ASD facilities used to respawn you if you were to die. At the current moment, they are not doing that, so what I do recommend is bringing in a medevac vehicle and parking it off to the side, which I should have done, so I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead in a quick moment, and I'll be right back. Alright, now that we're parked off to the side, don't forget to set your spawn at your vehicle. Just come into the monitor, do your regeneration, transfer the implant to the Ursa. And from earlier, this ASD access card, you don't have to have one, but if you do, it'll make your life a little easier if you were to, unfortunately, die in any moment. So, let's go ahead and head into the facility. Alright. Now we're in the main lobby. You have your engineering side and your research side. You are going to be starting off on your engineering side, if you haven't done this mission before. Just go ahead, head over to the elevator, and head on down. Alright, so if you don't have the money to buy the gear that I was talking about and that kind of stuff, you don't have to worry about it. You can actually come to these ASD terminals here and craft a multi-tool, the attachments you need, as well. The only downside is, as I said, I like to bring the salvage rifle in. So I have all three tool heads that are necessary, because you will need the salvage head, the mining head, and the tractor beam to do this stuff a little easier. You can swap the heads if you like, but I find it just a little bit too stuck. So, come on down. There are two guards here. Right now, they're stuck in the elevator. So just deal with those guys. And there is a path right here that's currently open, but it's normally covered by rocks that you can mine open and head down this way. But I actually prefer just running down this way. There will be some worms that pop up here, but you could just avoid them. If they do pop up before you make it through, just go ahead and take them out, and then make this jump over to this platform here. There's going to be two more worms that pop up on this side here. Just go ahead and wait for them to pop. There you go. They popped up. Take them out. Might hurt you a bit, but that's okay. That's why I do bring the med gun, so I can quickly heal myself up when there's nothing around. But if you are in a danger, always bring a couple of med pens with you. Makes your life a little bit easier. So, first things first is you want to go ahead and mine these off there. Just turn on your mining gun. Full blast it, wait for the red bar to fully charge, and just get rid of these three pillars here. As that's breaking, pull out your salvage tool. Oh, and I am out of fucking ammo in it. Cool, this is a horrible start. Luckily, there are some things here that you can actually refill with. And Bowski. Full one. There we go. And then you want to repair this pipe here with your salvage tool. Pull this lever to put the pipe up. And then move over to the next pipe. Two's already repaired, so you gotta work on three. I repair the pipe first. Switch to my mining tool. And get rid of these 3, just like I did the last one. Alright. After all 3 have been destroyed, you can pull the lever again to finish this piping. Come down to the next one. Same thing again. Get rid of these 3. The third one's hidden kind of behind the 2. It's a little harder to see, but you can get it from an angle if you like. While that's destroying, again, just go ahead and repair the pipe. After all 3 are destroyed, pull the lever. Now all 4 should be glowing green. Come to the terminal nearby any of the piping and just hit download data. And that should now make you want to go to the thermal condensers. And I literally mean next to any of them. Even the one that's fully repaired has a terminal you can grab it from, depending on the order you repair them in. So now you want to come up here, instead of going this way, come down the stairs, and make your way towards the warehouse. Careful of the radiation. The suit I'm wearing is actually very good at handling it, so it's not really that bit of a hassle. Switch to your tractor beam, grab these guys, and I like to set them up front here. Send them over. And then come double you back. There are some worms down there, but they really can't hit you, so I don't bother with them myself. But there is the gigantic worm that pops up right here in the middle. Give it a moment to pop. Might take a little bit. And just spray it. Takes about a mag and a half. There we go. After it's down, switch back to your tractor beam. And throw these batteries that you threw over here into these machines. Man, it is not a good run for me. There it is. Get stuck right there. There we go. And then the last one's typically in front of it. I did throw over 3, but I saw 2 were a little bit disappeared. So come in this terminal, download this data, and now you want to head to the control room. There should be about 4 to 8 people that are here. Oh, they're still in the elevator, so that works for me. Take those guys out. There should be 2 more up ahead, but I think they're in the elevator. Nope, they're not. Okay. I heard them yelling. I thought they were in the elevator. So they're going to be up here in the server room. Take that guy out. Guy on the right. Take him out. And you just want to make your way to the terminal and upload the data. Once the data is uploaded, you want to go to the fuel reactor, which you can get to by following this path here. This elevator will open. 2 more people. Deal with them. And at this point, I like to reload, so I do Alt 1, and I'll just slowly reload my ammo. If you want, though, you can come into your inventory, double-click to quickly fill your magazines. Since I'm constantly reloading, my magazines need to be manually done. There we go. So, you come to the left here, drop down this hole. As you just heard, the pulse just went off. I gave it about a 3 count, so like 1, 2, 3. Drop, no more radiation. Drop down here. And typically 3 worms pop up. Since things are popping... Oh, there you go. As I say, since things are popping up slow, I'm trying to take the time. Make sure they're dead. Because if you do not kill these guys, they will spit at you as you're working on the fuel reactor, and that will be a pain. Just get behind these walls, they'll protect you from the radiation bursts. Again, when that light turns off, that red light, how like bright and now dim down, it means you're good, the radiation's gone. And pull out your mining laser. Knock these pillars out like you have before. Switch to your salvage tool. And you want to repair... I want to wait for these to break because they're a little bright. But there's a pipe right up there. I can typically hit it with my salvage rifle. And that would open this. but for some reason that's been like stuck open as of recently. There's also going to be the reactor battery that you need. You can come over to this panel here. If it's down, just flip it up and pull it back down. And I see that battery just popped out. Go ahead and grab that battery. Bring it up. Now, since that's like no longer making that clicking noise, whoop, come back, battery. Making that clicking noise, I want a hot battery. Okay, I'm just gonna hold the battery. Apparently it wants to fly away. Okay, wait for the panel to reopen. Place this in there. The little green part will pop up. Just let it go once it does. Come hide back behind here, and you just gotta wait. You'll see the pulse, there being bright flash this time because they had a battery in there, and as well as that noise, lets you know. Once that's done, come over and grab the data from the terminal. You can climb this, and if you only have a hand salvager, this is how you can salvage, repair that. Jump down, pull back out your gun, because you are going to fight about 5 to 6 enemies in this next area. And they're not here. So they are now hiding back here where the elevator is. Sometimes they'll be in the elevator, sometimes they'll actually be out there. Just try to take your time moving forward so that way you're not worried about it. And then also this area is like a reactor room. So you can see I have a few rads popping up in my suit. Just make your way through there as quickly as you can if you don't have a good radiation suit. If you do have a decent radiation suit, you should be perfectly fine. You want to go ahead and platform over these things. Try to spam your jump button, even if you miss, because you can pull yourself up. And then make your way down to the power core. Now, in this next area, you do have the choices of Regent 1, 2, or 3, depending on which one you're here for. So, I would say go to Wicklow. He's the only person I know so far that has a certain requirement of which ones he wants. So, advise stopping to him, looking at his armor and gear, and seeing if he wants a specific one, so that way you know which one to grab. Got my magazines real quick while I'm thinking about it. Alright. Once you are in the power core, I personally like to make my way from 6 back down to 1, and then activate the levers all the way back around. So, jump across here. Whoops. Get my head there for a second. And make my way into here. And then, really? Okay. So I feel like I'm the first person to explore this facility, because you can see they're coming from the elevator. Which is not exactly you should be experiencing. They should be literally like standing out here and about. And because I'm making so much noise, I'm actually grabbing the attention of one, which I want to leave alone for now. I'm just going to pop a med pen. Fully heal myself. And then make the run. They'll shoot at me as I'm running here, but that's okay. I'm going to jump off the side here. Make my way up to the same kind of place I was, but on the other platform. And yeah, these guys are actually staying out here. There we go, take those guys out. And you always want to make sure you're keeping an eye on when the pulse is happening. So that way you can make sure you don't actually get stuck in it, because that will eat through your radiation protection of your suit very quickly. Right, gonna reload again. Again, you can go into your inventory. Just spam click to quickly reload spare mags. And I think these guys are in the elevator. Yeah. Some of those guys. There we go. Now, be careful of the lag, because sometimes you will lag as you're trying to deal with some things. And that will make it so your health, like, drops immediately. And some of the guys won't die very quickly. So, I really advise just taking your time, making sure you get everybody taken care of before you move on to the next platform. And if you stick to these little areas here, you should be able to move with ease. It's kind of safe as long as you're not, like, caught from behind. I like to stick up against these boxes and things like that. Pulse is about to go off, so just run back behind one of these areas. You'll be safe. As I said before, give it about a 3 count. I like to jump off this. Oh, for some reason I went super far that time. And just work my way back down. There you go. There we go. Wait for the pulse again. Alright, make your way to the last platform. Alright, and then I wait for the pulse, and then I make my run. So in order to grab one of the regents, you have to make sure all 6 levers have been pulled. So what I like to do is just start at 1. Well, you have to start at 1. There's these yellow flashing lights per platform. 2 should flash yellow here shortly. See that flashing yellow? You have to go in order of the flashing platforms. So I like to try to land and hit the button at the same time. Now, right now I did get stuck. Just lay down and stand back up, and you should be unstuck. And then just do this per platform. Now you can land first, be close enough to hit F. Nope, not close enough. There we go. There's like a sweet spot that you can land and then hit the button, and that will cause it so that way you're not actually stuck like I was. But if you do get stuck, don't panic, lay down. It should make you unstuck and just stand back up and make your move. You can also hide behind these little platforms here. As long as something's between you and the core, you'll typically be fine. Sometimes... Nope, didn't do it that time either. Sometimes I get a jump boost. There we go. Head for the last platform. Once all 6 levers have been pulled, you can go ahead and fly towards one of the regents. As long as you are either above or below the core, you won't get... Ooh, let me look away from that. You won't get hurt by the radiation. But you can also hide behind these, as I said before. But I'm going to be above it, so I'm okay. Wait for it to pulse. After it pulses, go ahead and make your way towards one of the regents. You got to hit this top button first, which will cause this to connect. Once it's connected, just come down to the one that's marked. Hit download. And that will be your regent collected. Now you want to head for that area out. This is ASD. I'm waiting for it to pulse again. See how there's these little green particles? That means that it's about to go off, so you can use that as an indicator. Alright, after it pulses, just make your way to the door. And bada bing, bada boom. You are now safe no matter what. So, if you're coming to the facility and you're also looking for the ASD armor or the Geist armor, these little orange containers have them in it. So at the current moment, I'm just looking for the ASD edition, which is something required by Wicklow for a unique set of armor. But you can just check them, and it's like, sometimes there's like this stuff. I don't know if people are putting these things in there, or if they are a unique thing that pops up now. But it's always worth checking them if you're doing these missions, because I think you can sell them for like maybe a mil pop. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the market requirement. Now, if you get hurt, you can transfer back to the lobby, go to... Actually, to be honest, I'll do it regardless. But if you want to go right to the research wing, take the right elevator. But if you were hurt or have a hydration issue or a vitamin issue, it is recommended going to the lobby, which I am going to go to quick. Alright, now, if you are coming down from the medical stuff and you do not know where it is, just come out of the elevator, walk back towards the lobby where 2 signs were, and between them is actually going to be your medical area. Now, I wish that they would make it where you could come in here and set your respawn point, so that way you don't have to worry about bringing the Ursa and stuff like that. But if... Well, sorry, saying the wrong statement, making the wrong statement. If you were to try, current location does not support regeneration. Which kind of makes sense because it's an abandoned facility, so I highly doubt there's any, like, regen fluid. But part of me wishes that they would change something. So, once done, if you came down the lobby, just head back to the research side. Now, in the research side, there are 3 locations you can go to get different regions. Or, should I even call them regions? Okay. So, in research, there are 3 different locations you can go to get 3 different of the catalysts. So you have XLI, PWL, and RGL. I will tell you which one each one is as you get there. So the first one we're going to go to is going to be the XLI. Take these guys real quick. Alright. So, from the lobby, you just want to go ahead and jump down the elevator. Actually, yeah, sorry. I just remember that there's a bit of an easier way to do some of this stuff. So, I'm actually going to... Oh, yeah. Sorry. Alright, so, come to your right. Into the bio of the Extonic Lab. And we can actually get the XLI from the terminal in there. Or, you can come this way and get the PWL. So we're going to go to the PWL first. There's about 2 guys here. These guys are also in the elevator. Take them out. You can walk through this one, but you'll have to lay down to get to this room. So, inside this terminal, that thing in the guy's hand there, that is going to be the PWL. One of the things recommended, one of the recommendations is to come to this terminal, hit stabilize, and I'll make it so this stops spinning out radiation. Just fly over, hit F on the thing in his hand, and that will give you the PWL. Lay back under that door. And I will show you the XLI. Now, the XLI is actually one of the more complex ones to get. So there are going to be, I think it's like 12 to 15 enemies that show up. You got the sniper that's right here, which I recommend you take him out first. And oh, there's actually somebody up here with me already. Maybe not. You got shot at. But pull out your tractor and just go ahead, grab the body, and just yeet it down below. You're going to need that. I like to jump over this, take out this guy here. Someone might come from the elevator. If not, they're going to be across from you, like this guy is. You can't shoot through that, apparently. Take him out. And right now, it's literally just going to be take out every single enemy that shows up. So it's going to be a bit of a fight for a little bit. I will cut us back to once the fighting's done. Okay, surprisingly, I think that was actually it. I'm used to being... Oh, nope, there they are. So I'll say, I'm so used to there being more enemies for me to fight. So, you can wait for all the enemies to push. Which one sounds like it's above or below? I think they might be below me. Yeah, they're below me. Alright, so. Pull out your tractor gun again. And I just realized that I'm using the difficult way. If you were to hold 1 or 2, it does bring up the radio menu. And if you know your tool names by heart, you can just click on them. But you want to grab the bodies. And you actually want to bring them to the central area here. And you're going to throw them all into this container. Alright, so now they're all in there, just go ahead and pull this lever. Hear me some weird noises. Okay. Now that's done, you can make your way up the stairs to the right. Ah, see, some of the enemies got stuck in the elevator. I'm used to there being more enemies. But once you're done, you can come to this terminal, turn it on, and then download the data as long as it's past the green line. If it's not past this line here, just go ahead and throw more bodies in, pull the lever again, and you'll be good to go. Now, for the one that I'm actually going for the most. The way I recommend it is you can either come to, like, you're going to go for the PWL and jump down, or go down further level and go through. But we'll just jump down here for now. Just take your time, sprint across, and you'll hit the ground level here. And you take out these 2 guys in the elevator. Either that, or they will be in this room up ahead. And this is actually where it gets a bit tricky for people, because there's about 8 to 10 dogs that will show up. You can jump up here and they can't get to you. They will stop coming after you once you're up here, so it's wise you step back down, let a few more start to push you, and you go from there. Sometimes they'll hide and they won't really push you. They're very laggy most of the time. Just take your time. Be careful. Your health will glitch out every once in a while while doing these guys. Because like you'll be at full health and all of a sudden you'll take random damage. So just be careful. Let's see, another one coming. And I think that's all. Once they're all taken care of, just go ahead and heal up. And now... Oh. A couple guys are fighting each other. Okay, so, as I was going to say, there are boxes to check for armor. There's this one here, which is a helmet, which is another new one. I'm going to throw these out. I want to keep room for everything. Oh, did I drop the helmet? I did. Just go ahead and store that. So I definitely think that's some newer armor. Man, whoever's fighting is definitely having a bit of fun. But that's where a ASD edition helmet could be. When you come out, follow the right-hand wall. You want to stay out of the middle, because once you step in there, it does spawn a whole bunch of enemies. So just stick to the wall and you should be fine. This one can be a ASD backpack. Make the right-hand turn here. Keep following the walls. This one, I think, is another helmet spawn, maybe? Yeah, another helmet spawn. Now that I think about it, there's 4 helmet spawns in comparison to the 3 that I'm used to for everything else. But you'll come up to this, and this will lead you to the cloning area, or the clone lab. In here is Sam. Poor guy. Let me see if I can find him real quick. Sam! There you are. So, Sam is a clone. If you kill him, which one will he come from? Is that not the true Sam? So, it hasn't happened. I'm not sure why it hasn't happened. Typically, when you kill him, he will respawn from one of these containers. And he's just like an endless enemy, and all he has is a pistol, so... He's not really much trouble, but he can catch you off guard if you're not paying attention. Here is another container that can have the legs. There's another one here as well, next to the door. And then there's one more inside the area. And then this computer here is actually where you download the data for the RGL, which is the one I'm actually here for today. Now, after you get that, you can go ahead and double back and go this way and go back down, go to center area, and take the you can call the elevator, or if you want to check the other containers for the armor pieces, you can come this way. Both ways lead you, but if you want to be checking like these blue containers for some stuff, you could do that too. And since I dealt with the dogs, they're not gonna come back here. But if you take your time, the dogs will respawn. And I don't recommend fighting them in this area, so you want to kind of like double back and be careful, because this is their spawn point. This is where they're actually supposed to show up, and you're supposed to fight them. So, to our right here is another one of the containers that has the arms. You come over here. There is another one. And then if you follow this, you can jump this. Another blue container if you want to check it. Jump this. And we got one of our final box for the arms. Nope, I hear a dog. Let's shoot. I got both, nice. And then we can make our way back downstairs. Oh, hello. Yep, there's dog. And more. Oh no, all three? Oh yeah, all three. Alright. Now, I think we have another backpack spawn. No, another helmet spawn. There are so many helmet ones. So we had the 1 helmet, 2 helmet, 3 helmet. When you come back out, you're now on the opposite side of where you were. So again, follow the wall, stick out in the middle, so you don't spawn the guys. Air dog behind me. Oh no, I think the dogs have respawned. It might take too much time. Okay, reload. Okay. And then we have another helmet spawn here. And one more helmet spawn over here. So, one more spawn here. This should be a backpack. And then you can come over and call the elevator. This will go ahead and spawn the enemies in, as well as call the elevator. It's going to get you out of here. And you can check this box while you wait. And it's another backpack. A couple of the enemies will come from this side. A couple more come from that side. I typically like to sit here in this corner and wait. If you hear dogs, I don't recommend sitting in this corner because the dogs can and will knock you into this glass, which will actually put you under the elevator. So I recommend just taking care of the dogs first and then coming to the elevator. If you want to call the elevator before you go up to do everything, you can, but then these enemies will follow you. So that call is up to you. Get in the elevator. Take it to sub level 1. Now, one of the things I do recommend doing is that you go ahead and press sub level 9 on this terminal, because we'll get up to sub level 1, get off the elevator, but we'll also be setting the elevator back down. So that way, if you end up dying, you can just come back in, go to the bottom, open the door of the elevator, and get out without having to wait. But this isn't technically necessary once you're at this point if you brought this card with you. Alrighty. So, if you need to go back to the lobby or have the card to skip the bit of the area, you want to make your way over here, transfer down to the lobby. So, you'll come out here, you can stop and use the medical area that I talked about before. And then once you're ready, come to this back side of this elevator shaft. You'll drop down, drop here, crouch, and you'll see both these fans are on. You want to head for the right fan where it says active. Go ahead and turn it off. And then just follow the lights. You'll drop down. And then, again, follow the light. So you have like a few areas here. Just follow the light. You'll be A-okay if you follow. drop down once more. And you'll be in this little storage room. Come to this gate, cross through it, and you got this door here. This door requires the card. Just go ahead and carry it. Insert.
Access granted.
And this will take you down to Site B without having to go through that starting area, which you will see in a bit. Alright, so this does also bring you to the arena to fight the snake worm thing, which I don't know its name at the current moment, so I apologize. It's kind of like a shortcut, so that way if you're with a whole bunch of people and you completely die, you can get down here quickly. But just head down to the main bridge. And that is the way to go fight the snake worm. To be honest, snake. I don't know why I keep saying worm on top of that. And there's a whole bunch of containers as you make your way back. A whole bunch of med containers. Some of these blue containers that have, like, gear and... Oh, hey, look at that. And I refound my card. I didn't think I was going to find a new one that fast. So, you can come down here, too. Oh, look, 2 cards. So, yeah. I advise coming down this way, even if you don't have one, just to collect some. I will show you how to get down here from the other way. So now I'm actually going to check all these containers because I have a feeling that there might be more cards. Which is kind of nice. And look at that. 1 more card. Perfect. That was worth it in my book. 3 cards for 1 usage. Alright. You want to get your weapon back out? This little platform above you, there could be a person standing there.
Where'd that come from?
One down. Alright, 2 down. Alright. And you just jump your way back up. And you're now at the spot here, which can lead this way. We will continue this in the other part of the video. So, come to the left. And this will take you down to the ASD facility. Or ASD facility, my bad. It will take you to the black site, which is Site B. Alright, once you're in Site B, you want to just go ahead for this walkway here. You got a few other boxes as well as some weapons if you want to search those. But then you're going to have 2 guys that are typically up here. Since they updated things, they tend to be stuck in the elevator. So, just quickly deal with them. You can search these containers for ammo and that kind of stuff. I'm going to do my due diligence though and search this for some gear for my buddy. Ooh, blue core. That's kind of tempting, actually. Nothing else really. Dark green arms, wooden legs. So, as I say, like, you can literally come in here with nothing and just loot and get some good armor going for yourself. But you want to come to this elevator, subsection 1. I like to stick over here to the right-hand side. Unless you have a buddy with you, I don't recommend that you jump off these platforms. There are boxes there, but if you jump off by yourself, you can't get back. I'm not sure if there's like a certain amount of time and this elevator goes up, but I typically just leave it be. There would be like 3 to 4 people out here that you could take out while the elevator is going down, but I'm pretty sure they're stuck in the elevator. So, we're just going to head and deal with everybody as we can. Alright. Come over here. That should be the first couple people. The thing that you're really got to be concerned about here is actually going to be the sniper rifles, because they hurt really bad. Okay. Now, one of the biggest things is going to be these guys up here, these guns. Right now they're facing sideways, so it's a little bit easier. One of the sniper rifles, look at that. One hit took me down 70 HP. And sometimes they'll lag out and they'll hit you like 3 times before you realize that they hit you. And they'll end up devastating you pretty quickly. Where'd you go? No, you're not gone. Alright, there's one more gun up here. If you can't get a good shot on them, you can aim at these containers on the side. That should detonate and throw them off their weapon. Make your life a little bit easier. I hear you. You're over here. Okay. Look at that. Wasn't even facing me. Got a good shot off. Took me down. Decent amount of HP again. So this area is where you've got to be really careful, because you can get overwhelmed very quickly. Alright. That's everybody taken care of. Gonna resupply. And do I have it? No, elevator out's not until the next area. Okay. And there are containers here as well that have the Corbel armor. Now, if you're going for Wicklow stuff, you're looking for the mirror set. So let me just go ahead and tell you all 3 of the locations for the arms here. Location 1 is going to be right here next to the elevator when you get off on the left-hand side. Location 2 was where I just showed you guys, back there behind that little fence. And location 3 is actually going to be on the opposite side of this bridge. So let me go ahead and make my way there. I can take out the enemies though. So now you could take this platform over there, which has a bit of cover on it, or you can just walk the bridge. I prefer walking the bridge. And again, you gotta be careful with these guys because they do have the laser. So they will mess you up pretty quickly. Alright, after you deal with those guys, I advise you jump down here. And there's going to be 2 more guys here. One there, and one's typically right here, but I'm not seeing him, so I'm guessing he... Yeah, there he is. I don't want to give him a free shot, so I'm going to move to the side real quick. Alright. Alright, now that we're all in the same location, you can now jump up here. If you came from over there, you're going to still have the 2 enemies on the opposite side, so I recommend you take those guys out. But if you jump up here, you should be able to see some enemies sitting here, which it looks like they are stuck in the elevator for me. So we're going to quickly just make our way forward. So you can use cover here to stay safe. Oh.
We've got contact. Friendly down.
There we go. So I'm getting very lucky on... Oh, God. I'm getting very lucky on this run on where everybody is. Ow. Got my ammo. Now, if you are running low on supplies, you can... Oh, try to switch to quick weapon. There we go. You can come to these guys and loot them, because they typically will have a grenade and med pen, and they do carry a variation of weapons, but these guys down here typically have the Gauntlet rifle. That and my favorite, as I said, the P4A4, which is the gun I'm currently using. Alright, now that they're dealt with, let me double back for a quick moment. Okay, if you don't deal with them, they will chuck their grenades at you. But, where we jumped up at, you do have the 3rd container for arms. Alright. And you'll now move to the next area. If you have your card still, and you take an injury, you can take this back to the lobby, but be advised, if you do take this and you exit it, you can't come back here without going through either the key card or doubling back the entire way. Now, we're going to have 3 guys in this next area. They do not appear to be close to all the one right there. Alright, we're going to take him out, then we're going to drop down here, and we're actually going to be doubling back through this vent. So, again, you come out there of that door, you drop down into this little channel, make your way into this. And then there's some containers here you can search. Oh, yes. I need that. That's perfect. My buddy is looking for stuff like that. Alright. And then we have the container for legs. Some ammo, some health kits. I think these are the LMGs. Yeah. Ooh. LMG guns if you like those.
Search the area.
They all respawn.
We'll update.
Quick go help spells. There we go. Ow. Go ahead. Now, in this upcoming area, there are turrets. So take out the enemies real quick. I think it should be all three. Yeah, it's all three. Okay. So, if you come in this elevator or right there, you can jump across and make your way over to here. And here is the second container for the legs. You can jump down. And I don't think it's this first one. No, it's the second one. Here's the third container for the legs. Now, there, as I said before, there are two turrets. Right here's one. We've been taken offline. And then the second one is also offline right now. So I must be following somebody. Someone must be slightly ahead of me. But then there's going to be enemies here.
We've got contact.
Just take those enemies out.
Shit. We're taking casualties.
Look for the circle of the red lights. And you can shoot them
Fire.
to clear them. Alright, there you go. Alright. Now there's
No signs of the suspect.
one more push me. I was gonna say there's 5 guys in this area. No, wait, that's more now. As well as a turret. Turret's already offline. Ow. That hurt.
Cover.
After who shot me.
We're under attack.
Alright, so we got 2 more guys on our left.
Shit, look out.
3 actually. Oh no, it's 2. One just pushed forward.
We've got contact.
There's-
Here, cover. Ambush. Got you covered.
Go.
Friendly hit. Laying
Come
down
around
cover.
here.
Shit, contact.
I think that's all of them, right? Yeah, okay. So, once you clear this area, we came in there. On the opposite side, there's the elevator they come from, but also, behind here, is the core armor piece. To proceed, you're going to need a code, and that code can actually be found back here. Come through into this little server little area, open this door here, and there's your code you need. So mine is 5603, as well as a container with an armor with a core, and the LMG energy weapons if you are interested in those, or if you need more ammo. You come up to the store, 5603, yeah, and enter your code.
Access granted.
Door will open, and we can see the experiment area, which is where we need to be. But if you come to your left first, there is the last container for the chest. Spot my ammo real quick. And then also, there's a few around, but if you see the ASD med station, you could craft a new med pen or medical device, med pens, or even the lifeguard attachment for the pyro. Anything interesting? I mean, I can grab that phone. You might like it. Oh, are they stuck in the elevator? Yep. So, I am having an easier run right now due to everybody being like stuck in the elevator. So don't take what you're currently seeing as what it's always going to be. It just happens to be my luck at the current moment. I'm trying to record a video where I show you all like how to deal with a hard facility, but I'm having a very easy time right now.
Suppressing fire!
So I personally like to come over here. If you have a grenade, you could chuck it. Aim for that little container there. Oh, did that glitch out? No, it did pop over. And that'll cause this guy to stand up. As well as this guy. So there's two right here. But you gotta be... Whoop. Somehow I'm hitting invisible barrier. But if you step out, there are guys over there too that you gotta be careful of. Sometimes you're on that turret, but it appears he's not on that turret today.
Here, cover! Got you covered!
But they are on this one. Oh, both of them are there. Hilariously enough. Okay.
Friendly down! Suppressing
Alright.
fire!
You're gonna have a few enemies sitting across the way.
Friendly hit! Covering! Got you covered!
You're gonna have, I think, like 2 or 3 guys that are up here.
Laying down cover!
I did kill one from across the way, so he shouldn't be an issue for me right now.
Suppressive fire!
There. Alright, so there is another code, which is on this terminal right here.
Covering!
5724.
Laying cover!
Double back to here. Come to the store and type in your code.
Access granted.
Got you covered!
And in here, we're going to have 2 of the backpack containers.
Suppressive fire!
As well as some more LMG. Now, if you double back and you look through this window here, you'll see some enemies. Or you won't see some enemies. Oh, well, there's... Man, they are sitting in the most randomest spots right now. They are not normally sitting there.
Ah, they dropped one!
They're typically sitting right there hiding.
Hostiles! Suppressing fire!
But variations, okay. Keep things a little bit different. Alright. So now...
Got you covered!
you could jump over this right here. Might be an enemy nearby, so make sure you take them out if they are. But this is the last container for the backpack. I like to be sure all the enemies are taken out first. So I typically walk here to the left. You can just walk over there to the right if you want. But I come to the left because there's a guy who normally sits right here. Take him out. Refill my ammo completely. Alright. This next room, there's also a turret. You can pretty much see it from the entry here. It's that round bit right there, which it's already taken down, so it's okay. Don't have to worry about it. But if we come here to the right, here is the first container for the helmet. We're going to go through this door. There are 3 enemies ahead.
In pursuit of target!
we go. And now that's it. That's all the enemies you would typically have to deal with, unless there is a other person sitting here waiting for you, then you might have combat with somebody, but highly unlikely. As far as I know, these things are instances. So, over here to our left is the second container for the helmet. Then you can come up this ladder. And right before the area you go to leave is the third and final container. There you go. Those are all the containers. If you've gotten both your catalyst and your region, you can come input the data and start the experiment.
Commencing imprint recombination.
After the experiment is done, you'll get it in these terminals here, and you can download data. And congratulations, you have completed your Onyx Facility Power Trek Hyperion mission solo. Hey, guys, Tellman Armor ASD edition. Nice. So, as you can see here, this was a little sample of, like, if you ever made it this far without knowing what you're doing. There's the XL1 through 3, the PWL through 3, the RGL through 3. And as I said before, the XTL is that ship experiment where you put the bodies in the container. The PWL is that pulsing radiating core. And then the RGL was the clone for Sam. Right. And just make your way out. Jump over, drop down to surface level, and head back to the lobby. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys make some great progress on your missions and your blueprints. And I will see you in the stars. 07, y'all. After video DOS here, if you guys are actually interested in seeing me do a speed run of this, please let me know in the comments. I will actually go ahead and do a run of where I try to get the RGL 3 as fast as I can. I'm thinking my speed runs are about 30 minutes to 40 if I'm pretty lucky. So let me know and see you then.